Okay, beta. So this is the medial surface of the same talus bone. So this is head, neck, and this is the medial malleolus area. What you are finding. Okay. So then here you will see some ligament. You need not remember the names now, but just an idea. Like we have anterior tibiotalar and posterior tibiotalar ligaments here. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have different views. This is large lateral malleolus, no? So what are the various ligaments attached? You need not go with so many details. Okay. Talus ossifies from one center which appears during 6th month of intrauterine life. Okay. Next, coming to the next largest bone. First we will see the bone and then we will describe. See here. So now see here. This is the one what you are finding on the screen is different, and the one what I am having with me is left and this is right. Okay, so slight confusion may be there, but we will try to take help of more of this picture only. So overall, I told you how many surfaces any bone has. 6, isn't it? Superior surface, inferior surface, medial surface, lateral surface, anterior and posterior. Okay. Now see here. So this is the anterior end. So the anterior end, you are finding the anterior calcaneal facet, middle calcaneal facet, and posterior calcaneal facet. So why are these facets for which bone is coming and articulating here? Inferior aspect of the talus will have the same articular facets which come and fix over this bone like this. Okay. Roughly speaking, you just try to remember. See, this shelf-like projection, whatever you see, side determination I'm telling you, the shelf-like projection, wherever you have, that is the medial end of the bone. In my bone, the shelf-like projection is towards the medial end. That is when I hold it on left side. When I hold it on right side, shelf is going on lateral aspect, which is wrong. Okay. First, you should check like superior aspect. It should show these articular facets. See, anterior, middle, and posterior. These are the articular facets. Anterior, middle, and posterior articular facets. And the shelf-like projection should be medial. Only side determination examiners will ask you, nothing more than that. Tarsals will not be asked much in detail. Okay, don't worry. So this is, now see here beta, anterior end we have this facets, anterior calcaneal facet, middle calcaneal facet, and posterior calcaneal facet. These facets are intended for the talus to articulate inferiorly to form talocalcaneal joint. This is talus, this is calcaneum. The name of joint is talocalcaneal joint. Okay. So inferior, only posterior aspect I want you to know thoroughly because it can come as a 3 marks question. See, what I am showing you is the posterior aspect of the calcaneum bone. It is very much rough, very much bulky it is. Okay. And why it is important? Because it is receiving the insertion of the tendocalcaneus, Achilles tendon, gastrocnemius and soleus. When we see the posterior compartment of leg, all these 3 muscles will join to form one common tendon which is called as tendocalcaneus or Achilles tendon, which gets inserted on the posterior aspect of the calcaneum bone, lower down. Okay. Above we will have bursa, okay, which is smooth, and lower part is receiving the insertion of tendocalcaneus. Okay, beta, that is. Other aspects we need not know, not at all required, nothing to worry at all. Nobody 100% will ask you ossification also. Primary center is, for your information, it is also appearing during 3rd month, and usually secondary center appears during 6 to 8 years. Final fusion is taking place by 14 to 16 years. Okay. These are again some different pictures. We have boat-shaped bone. What is this boat-shaped bone? I told you, navicular. Roughly speaking, navicular anteriorly it is articulating with which bone beta? Medial cuneiform. Posteriorly it is articulating with which bone? Head of the talus. This is talus. This is calcaneum. This is the point what I told you. Tendocalcaneus or Achilles tendon, and this is bursa. This area. Okay. This is navicular only. So it is articulating with three cuneiforms: medial, intermediate, and lateral. In anterior view, you can see. Posteriorly, it is articulating with the head of the talus. Okay, that is. So this navicular bone will have a tubercle on its medial side. So many details nobody will ask you. Just to complete the topic, I am teaching you. That's it. Medial cuneiform we have. Okay, articulates proximally, like this is a medial cuneiform, right? So it is articulating with the navicular. And what is the name of this bone? It's the first metatarsal, isn't it? The base of the first metatarsal. Okay. So this is the middle cuneiform bone. It is also articulating with navicular and it is articulating with the second metatarsal. Okay. Second metatarsal distally. Then what is this next pink going to come? Lateral cuneiform. Proximally it is articulating with which bone?
Navicular.
Distal. Very good.
Third metatarsal.
Third metatarsal. Base of the third metatarsal. Let us be very specific. Very good. Okay. Then this is cuboid. Okay. So this is cuboid. Cuboid. What is the name of this largest bone we have seen?
Calcaneus.
Very good. So proximally it is articulating with calcaneus. And distally it is articulating with remaining two bones.
Fourth and fifth metatarsals.
Very good. Fourth and fifth metatarsals. When you look at the metatarsals, each metatarsal will have a base, then it has shaft, and then it has head. Head is articulating with the base of the proximal phalanx. All these bones are short, long bones, beta. That means they are long bones only, but small in size. Long bone because they have the feature of upper end, lower end, and shaft. Okay, that is. See, it has base, it has shaft, it has head. Base is articulating with tarsal bones, isn't it? These are the phalanges. Proximal phalanx, distal phalanx. Okay. In the big toe, we have only two, and remaining toes, we have three: proximal, middle, and distal phalanges. Hope you understood better.